Hey folks, how you doing? This is an odd topic. I don't know what to title this video. I'll figure something out. But being on YouTube, and watching gun videos and things and this and that, and other videos too, and knowing people, from Europe and other places who are perfectly nice people, but their attitude toward gun ownership there is not the same, to say the least, as most Americans. I know a lot of Americans and people like myself, and recently. During the riots in Britain, on a thread I saw somebody from England going, well, we only had, this number of people killed during those riots, 4 people killed, whereas during the Rodney King riots, the race riots of Los Angeles, you had 84 people killed because you guys owned guns, and it sounds logical, on the face of it. And to this European, this Briton, it seems logical. I don't know if the guy was actually an Englishman or not. I think he was. Let's break this down a little bit and think about it. Yeah, we had 84 people or whatever it was killed in the Los Angeles riots. First of all, we don't know how many people those were killed with guns, how many killed with bricks or knives or whatever. We don't know. Whatever. Let's say they were all killed with guns. Okay. First of all, I don't think the British riots are anywhere near as violent or crazy as the Los Angeles race riots. I don't think they're even in comparison. But forget that for a moment. The thing of it is, there's the assumption that everyone everywhere is the same. The people in the United States are the same as Europeans, except they just happen to have guns. I don't think that's necessarily true. There's a theory going around that I've heard many, many years ago that people who actually left Europe and came here, and have been coming here for the last couple hundred years, people who did that have a larger propensity toward aggressive natures and violence because they were willing to get up and risk everything. They're risk takers and wanted to come to this unknown country that was full of Indians and full of danger, and they might not even survive the first winter, and they came here and started a new life. And these people are by nature more aggressive, bigger risk takers, and maybe more violent. My point being is, maybe the violence we see in the United States has less to do with guns and more to do with just the kind of people that are here. More aggressive, less passive, less sheep-like, if I might say, than some people that are in Europe. That's the first thing. The second thing is, as far as the actual deaths, how do we know how many of those 84 people that were killed in the Los Angeles riots were killed by murder? If they were killed because they were robbing or raping somebody, I'm perfectly fine with that. If they got shot by police because they were robbing somebody, raping somebody or whatever, or trying to kill somebody, if they were shot by store owners because they were trying to kill them and steal their stuff, I'm perfectly fine with that. Maybe that 84 people killed shows how self-defense is an important thing. Maybe that's 40 women who are going to be raped, gang raped, and instead grabbed a gun and shot somebody. Ever think about that? So you hear these kind of figures and ideas. Oh, we only had 4 die in our riots, and you had 84. Therefore, it's a bullshit argument. It doesn't really hold water, because without knowing actually how they died, it's like in the United States, liberals constantly say 50,000 people are killed every year with guns. Well, yeah, they are maybe, but how many of those are people? But what they don't say is a lot of those are suicides, and guns are more convenient, obviously, than jumping off buildings. Especially when a place doesn't have high buildings. How many of those are police shooting people that actually are criminals? How many of those are shootings by people who are defending themselves? Then it puts it in a bit different perspective. You got to be careful of hearing things like that and statements like that, which sound logical on the face of it, but actually are kind of complete bullshit. All right, folks. Well, that's it. All I had to say. We'll talk to you later.